tryna be like nobody else. No, I ain't tryna be like nobody else. No, I ain't tryna be like nobody else. Cause I'm having too much fun tryna be myself. No, I'm not the type of chick that like to follow trends. I got a small circle, no, don't need a lot of friends. You know I gotta get this money cause I like to spend. I see you haters watching, so I just give you a grin.
How you guys doing? It's your girl Lounge. I'm back with another episode of Justheretovent. Just like I promised, I told you guys I was going to be doing my review for Raising Kanan. Power Book 3, Season 2, Episode 8, and it definitely did not disappoint. Now, first of all, I don't like how they blacked out the camera after they shot at Marvin. Is he dead or not? Now, I'm going to say yes just because they didn't show him in the next episode preview. However, it's like nobody seems sad. But at the same time, if somebody is sad, they probably not going to show no clips of that because they don't want to give away. They love to leave you on cliffhangers, and they doing a good job with this one. Dominic, y'all know he survived. I told y'all he was going to die before the season was out, though. Y'all already knew that. So he survived last episode. He went to the hospital to start this episode. They ended up saving his life. He losing blood. You could tell he must be a little bit slow because when Saul and all his people came to finally talk to him in the hospital close to the end of the episode, he's sitting there thinking, like, shit is sweet. Like, do you really think they about to work with you? Do you really think that they not about to kill you? You killed his son. Like, you're a clown, you're a fool, you're an idiot. That's it and that's all. You know what I'm saying? So that had me real confused about that. Like I said, I think he must be a little bit, well, he was, because past tense now, was a little bit unstable. Jukebox, her mom turns out, but I already told y'all this. I was prepping y'all for this. And now I'm not necessarily sure how she found out that Jukebox was messing with girls. They didn't make that clear. But what was confusing to me is like, that's the problem with a lot of these churchgoers. It do be a lot of self-righteous craziness going on. They really think that they can beat you into submission. They really think they can beat you into being something that you don't want to be or that you don't feel like you are on the inside. So that's why I try to stay away from like religion itself, because we all know that that's man-made. And people make their own rules, people interpret things their own way, and people try to put their own narrative out there about what they think X, Y, and Z means. So that's just mad weird. That's just real crazy. So bam. Moving on from that, they ended up, Kenya had everybody, like all of the church people at the thing at her house, and she was sitting there. She made Jukebox look at basically a sexual video of a man and a woman, basically trying to tell her, like, this is right. They beat her hands, like, Kenya is crazy. And the fact that she even thought that she could basically disturb Jukebox's life like that when you ain't even been there in years, and she already 16 years old, you've been going all this time, it's definitely giving very much insanity. Like, but I already knew something like this was going to happen, because it's like the fact that she was a whole church member and they made her like that, and you know Jukebox is gay. It's like I knew something was going to happen where it came to her trying to force her to either, you know, change her ways or trying to tell her she's going to hell and all this other stuff, you know. Marvin ended up setting her straight, though. She ended up popping Marvin. I don't know if we're going to see any more Kenya. We might. I don't even know if we're going to see any more Marvin. Like, I hope so, because Marvin was one of my favorite characters on the show, and, you know, he brought the humor, and it's like without him, it's just nothing but a dark show. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you needed that little laughter. Excuse me. You need that little humor, so it's just like, ugh, that's irking, but Rock, she basically had took Kane, like they relationship is strained. You know, Rock goes over to Famous apartment, and you know she put a gun to Palomar's head and basically told her, like, you know, to stay away from Kanan, because y'all know she was having sex with him in the last episode. Now Famous sees all of this happen or whatever. Of course, you know he let Kanan know, because you know that's his homie. They brothers. They like best friends. So he let him know. And Kanan basically goes back to Palomar's house trying to talk to her. She did open the door, excuse me, but she let him know, like, you know, basically that Famous was telling the truth and that she not gonna see him no more. So then, you know, Kanan all up in his feelings. He mad, he can't get no more of that cooch. So he goes to his mom and is like, oh, why did you do that to Corinne's mother? And she was like, well, that's because Corinne's mother was doing something to you. This ain't the first boy she did this with, whoop-de-whoop. She trying to tell him all of the things that she done heard about Palomar and why she did what she did because he's still a kid and she's his mom. And Kanan is just mad, like, feeling like, Rock got a lot of secrets, which she does, because she's still not even admitting to him that Malcolm is dead. So it's like, Rock keeps sitting there lying, acting like she's trying to have, like, a real, true relationship with Kanan, but it's like, that's not what you're trying to have here, first and foremost. Like, and then you cut to the scene, they had argued or whatever at the new house that Rock was showing Kanan, and Kanan was just basically like not impressed. He was saying like he don't want to live there. He like where he at right now, So I'm sure she was a little hurt by that because she feels like she's trying to live a better life. But it's like, Rock, the way you sound like you contradicting yourself, and you seem like you don't know which way you going, left or to the right, because you sitting here trying to take him out of the quote unquote hood, move him into a better place, I guess, to have a quote unquote better life. But you the same one that's trying to teach him the game, the same one that pulled him back into the business, the same one that basically want him, working the streets and all that, putting him in harm's way. So it's like, which one do you want? Do you want him to be a good kid, or do you want him to be a drug dealer? Because it's giving very much confusion right now. It's discombobulated. Everything's all over the place. You don't know what you're doing. You seem like you talking a good game, but you're not delivering right now. We all know Marco got killed last episode by idiot Dominic. So Saul is talking to, who he's talking to? He was trying to ask. No, that's gonna be next episode. He basically was trying to ask anybody like what happened, like trying to find out who was there, who was the second person. They found out it was Dominic, and that his number one lynchman, the same one that he sent to kill Rock up in the Catskills. He was sitting there. So it's just so crazy. Like, it's like, this episode was like, I knew it was going to start getting real crazy because only 2 episodes left, so they got to turn up the heat. They got to turn up the volume. Y'all already know how I go with this show. And now, granted, I understand a lot of us, we lose characters in these particular shows, or shows in general that you grow attached to, that you do like. So if Marvin really is dead, I'm going to be upset, but it's like, the show got to go on. The show is going to go on. It's going to continue. That's just is what it is. So Rock and Kanan, after they done had their argument, word get around like the bird get around. So, it ended up coming to find out that, Marvin had something to do with the lady Tony getting killed. And, they all in the room having a meeting about it. It's Warrell, it's, God, I forgot his name right now for some strange reason. It's Lou, it's Marvin, it's Rock, and, what is his name? I don't know. I'm drawing a blank right now, probably because I'm so tired. But they all sitting in the room, and the guy sitting there telling her like, Marvin, tell her what happened, and she's just looking at him like, why would you even do that? Like, you basically, she know what Saul want to talk to her about now. Like, it's gonna be about her. Basically, he want her to take her brother out. You know what I'm saying? So they finally had a conversation at a bowling alley, Saul and Rock, and excuse me. And she playing that tough role again, that tough act, and she keeps forgetting that she's messing with the mob. She keeps forgetting that she is not untouchable. For her to sit here and not have as many soldiers as she needs to, she is talking like someone that got a whole army, or she got snipers, sharpshooters, and whatnot. That's the big shit that she be talking. It's like, you don't have none of that surrounding you right now. You don't have any of that. You got a couple of close players and a couple of leaks in your team. So it's like, what are you doing? Oh, Nico, that's his name. I'm cracking up. Yeah, Nico is the one that dropped the dime on Marvin to Rock, but they all sitting in the room. He had to, because it's like, you putting everybody in danger. You putting everybody family in danger. Like, you should have never even did that hit. But now I see why she had Lou as her number 2, because Marvin is doing some stupid dumb shit. And what sucks is because Juke and Marvin, they had like a little bonding moment when, he was kind of there for her to go curse Kenya out, and, they was talking in the car, and you could tell that, you know, Jukebox is just now starting to come back around. So it would really suck if, like, soon as they starting to try to get on the good foot with their relationship, and, you know, you saw Marvin talking to Miss Renee, you know, trying to, I guess, you know, talk to her. He really trying to better himself, you know, with his anger issues and all of that. It's like, it would suck that as soon as you try to get on the good foot, then you gotta die. But I like, if he is there, I would like that aspect of it too, only because that's how real life really is. A lot of the times, as soon as you try to get on the right path, it just be too late. You know what I'm saying? It just be too late for you to fix yourself. So that's how I'm really starting to feel, like, about that. I said starting to feel. That's how I really feel about that situation with Marvin. It just really sucks. But it is what it is. Like, anybody can go. Nobody's a permanent cast member. So Jukebox burned up all of her clothes that her mom had bought for her. You know, she's going through a lot right now. Her and Kanan have a conversation after she get dropped off by Marvin, basically because Kanan is sick of his mom. He tired of lying to him, so he packing up clothes trying to leave. So Jukebox didn't really try to convince him to stay, but she was just trying to tell him, like, you know, Rock love you, you know, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. Famous wasn't home when Kanan tried to go to his house, so he ended up going to go to his dad's house because, you know, he got somewhere else to go now. And his dad let him come in, let him stay the night or whatever. And the next morning, his dad made him some burnt toast with some orange juice. They be playing too much on this show. So he was just saying, like, you know, he was happy he had a place to come to, basically. And, excuse me. And Malcolm was just feeling like, you know, he was shocked that he came there, but, you know, you could tell he was happy that he came there. So it's just a lot going on. I understand why Kanan still don't trust his mom, because his mom is still lying to him about Malcolm. And it's like, you sitting here trying to give me full trust, and you can't even be trusted yourself. But I know people that are like that. Then we get to Scrap's mom. Scrap pulls up on Kanan while he's sitting outside, and basically is saying, like, she don't believe that her son committed suicide, which we all know that he didn't commit suicide. Rock killed him. But she was just saying she feel like something fishy is going on because Rock ain't trying to do nothing to avenge her son death and this and that. And if Rock don't do something, she was saying she will. So we all know that she is the real informant, and we know that she probably knows a little bit of, or has an inkling about Rock's business. So I'm thinking she probably gonna try to go to the police, not even knowing that, you know, Rock kind of got like an insider when it comes to the police because of Malcolm. Then let's go over to Detective Burke irking behind. She's still getting on my damn nerves. Malcolm ended up going to his captain to tell him about Detective Burke doing an investigation on him. But it's like, you know, when you do that, cops don't like you and they don't want to trust you, and they treat you like internal affairs. And if you know anything about internal affairs, those are the people that are always trying to say that there's some dirty stuff going on within a unit of police. So I feel like because nobody likes that, and then she's behaving that way, she's going to end up getting herself killed, fired. Something's going to end up happening to Detective Burke. And to be honest, I hope it happens before the season is out, because I'm tired of seeing her with that stupid slick back ponytail. And I'm tired of her walking around trying to play good cop, bad cop. Like, girl, go sit down. She even approached Rock this episode in the grocery store, and Rock just was looking at her. They had a few words, but, you know, Rock's smart. She's street savvy, so she was basically telling her, like, I ain't telling you nothing, and I ain't got to tell you nothing. That's it, and that's all. So I'm trying to think if I hit all of the points of the episode. Those were like the main points. Oh, Lou out here trying to strong arm people to get Ziza's song played on the video, which actually ended up working. They did play. I'm starting to not, it's crazy. I like Ziza, but now it's just like, you seem like young, dumb, and full of comment, immature. You sitting here trying to have sex. Like, we trying to get to this money. He's trying to make some beats. He's trying to make sure your song is getting played, you know. So, but I told y'all Ziza was a little bit crazy and that she probably was from the streets. And as we see in this episode, how excited she was when when Lou put the gun in the DJ's mouth. You know, she was getting real giddy and real excited about that. So it's like, yeah, she probably got some shit with her. She a little bit crazy too. So Lou better definitely watch her. They ended the episode with, right before, I think Marvin got shot. Oh, yeah, right before Marvin got shot, and they found Crown Camacho in a body of water. So, you know, they know that it is. So, you know, they about to start sniffing around, going right back to the I said the casino. They're gonna be going right back to the studio, so to see you know, you got to start where it starts, you know, so they're going to probably go over there and start asking questions, and, you know, that's going to bring some suspicion onto them. So it just seemed like it's about to start getting real crazy these last 2 episodes. They about to be real good, and they also probably going to be packed with a whole bunch of action, a bunch of information. Now, from the preview of next week, it looked like Sal is trying to get Nico to flip on Rock, basically, and, you know, just solely work for him. And Nico, even though him and Rock had their situations in the past, is letting him know, like, no, like, I don't rock out like that. You feel me? So it's just crazy. It seems like it's about to start getting well, not starting. It's already good, but about to get even more good. So I'm excited to see next week's episode. I feel like Drew did the right thing by leaving her mom alone, because her mom's clearly self-righteous, insane, and crazy. I just really hope that Marvin's not there, because it's like now she's not going to have any parents. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot going on with Jukebox. There's a lot going on with Kanan. Famous not even going to school no more. He missed 2 weeks. He just over there at this apartment running amok. But it's like, how you supposed to get any money? You don't have a job. You know what I'm saying? And we're trying to figure out how you gonna be getting some money, because you still talking about going to the booth, recording. You sound crazy. Like, that's not, I'm not saying the dream is dead, but I'm saying, like, these bills is real life. And if it wasn't for Kanan stealing from his own mother, he wouldn't have been able to help you get that place, and you damn sure wasn't able to help yourself. So everybody's storyline is like unfolding in a really good way. So yeah, I can't wait to see next week's episode. Tell me what you guys thought of the episode. Out of 1 to 10, I guess I would give this episode about a 10. It was actually really good. There's some really good dialogue. There's a lot of things that seem like they could be told in the future, meaning like some stuff that can come up on the next season or these following 2 episodes. So yeah, I can't wait to see it. I would like for you guys to please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, the like button, share if you care, and yeah, leave a comment, all those things, and I'll see you guys in the next video.